Howdy folks, Jabberiki here. What is Peanuts? Peanuts was a series of comic strips made by cartoonist Charles M. Schulz, which followed the adventures of a boy called Charlie Brown, his pet beagle Snoopy, and his neighborhood friends. Each strip managed to be both humorous and profound, providing witty one-liners while also exploring the human condition. The strips have been adapted into lots of animated TV specials and movies too, many of which were written by Schulz himself. When it was announced that Peanuts was going to be adapted into an animated blockbuster feature, I was pretty hyped up as a fan, until I found out that it was Blue Sky Studios attached to produce it. Blue Sky Studios' debut movie, Ice Age, may have been a fantastic comedy drama, but I have to admit that it's the only Blue Sky movie that actually impressed me. Most of Blue Sky Studios' movies are either unoriginal, average, just okay, or really boring. The problem with Blue Sky is that they often put pretty visuals and recognisable voice cast before story, substance, or imagination. So yeah, when the Peanuts movie was first announced, I was pretty apprehensive. Could a studio like Blue Sky really handle the charm and depth of Peanuts? Well, let's find out. In the Peanuts movie, Charlie Brown falls for a new red-haired student in his class, and with help from his dog Snoopy, he tries to win her attention in a variety of ways. Meanwhile, Snoopy and his bird friend Woodstock try writing a story together, a tale about Snoopy facing the evil Red Baron and rescuing a poodle called Fifi. Right off the bat, I can confirm that this movie does an excellent job handling its source material. The presentation and execution is beaming with love for the Peanuts comics and cartoons. From the profoundly intelligent observations on life to the simplistic, charming art style, the film ticks every box when it comes to recapturing the things that worked about Schulz's creation. However, it also functions superbly well as a standalone film. You don't need to be a Peanuts fan to appreciate this film. Opting for a slice-of-life structure, the movie manages to make the mundane and uneventful seem really compelling, simply by making us care. We want Charlie Brown to succeed and win the day because we can see our own insecurities in him, so empathizing with him is natural. I was rooting for Charlie all the way through the movie, and crossed my fingers whenever he made a risky attempt to get the little red-haired girl's attention. The movie also has a lovely, relaxing atmosphere that made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Everything about the film is adorable, cozy and sweet. I had a massive grin on my face all the way through while watching. However, I can't sing praises for everything in the movie. Like I said, there's a subplot involving Snoopy and his own fantasy adventure in the sky. While these dream sequences are very cute and well executed, they have no tension or weight because we know that none of it is real. So having Charlie Brown's quest for love, a plot I was already thoroughly invested in, being frequently interrupted by a made-up story is kind of annoying. I think the Red Baron scenes would have worked better as a standalone short film rather than as a subplot for this movie. I'm going to give 4 points to the content. Charlie Brown is a lovable everyman. He may be very clumsy, but boy does he try. That's what's so great about him. Despite being aware of his own follies, he still retains a bright optimism most of the time. If he gets an idea, he puts everything into it and goes all the way. He's truly inspiring as a character and a wonderful role model. Snoopy is insanely hilarious. Every moment he has on screen is comedy gold. He's always cheekily trying to have fun or tease people, but he's not mean. He does love Charlie Brown and does everything in his power to support his master's romantic quest. Linus, a boy who sucks his thumb and carries around a security blanket, is incredibly likable just because he's such a good friend to Charlie. While the rest of the school has little faith in Charlie, Linus is always there to perk up his pal. He's so sweet. Lucy is a bossy and vain little girl. She always wants attention and enjoys putting down Charlie. She's like a metaphor for Charlie's personal insecurity, and people will certainly see their own self-doubts and pessimism in her. Sally, Charlie's little sister, is quite damn adorable. Even when she's exploiting her brother's fame at one point, she's still gosh darn cute. The rest of the characters are just as eccentric, entertaining and fun to watch, each one bringing their own distinct personalities to contrast against our bald-headed hero. I'm going to give 5 points to the characters. Visually, this movie looks amazing. Not only are the colours vibrant and backgrounds atmospheric, but the film also manages to faithfully translate the art style of the comic strips into wonderful CGI animation. I love everything about the animation. Charlie's slapstick pratfalls are controlled and never go overboard, Snoopy's facial expressions are hilariously goofy, and every character's distinct personality sparkles through their movement. I expected Blue Sky to amp up the energy to 11 to keep audiences entertained, but to my surprise, the animation is nuanced, beautiful, warm and restrained. You are bound to be spellbound by this movie's animation and art. It's very pretty and full of charm. Every frame is made with affectionate love. I'm going to give 5 points to the animation. Noah Schnapp voices Charlie Brown, and he has quite the acting range for his age. He dances between Charlie's optimism and self-doubt with so much confidence.
Have you ever had that feeling when you can't stop smiling? Huh? Your heart pounds inside your chest. You try to stand, but your knees become weak. And then that little red-haired girl glances at you. Whoa. And all of life's possibilities become so clear. And then you realize she has no idea you're alive.
Snoopy's voice is actually made up of recycled recordings of animator Bill Melendez's original Snoopy voice from the old Charlie Brown cartoons. His voice is edited into the film in a very natural way, and longtime fans will be pleased to hear that iconic helium voice. Alexander Garfin voices Linus. He performs his character's articulate way of talking impressively well.
Huh. Charlie Brown, the insight you bring to such a complex novel is beyond reproach. You two are sure to win the Gold Star with a book report of this quality.
Book report? Were we supposed to do a book report?
Oh, hi. In light of the fact that you were away, Charlie Brown took it upon himself to complete the report for the both of you. And I must say, this is one of the finest bits of literary analysis I've ever read.
Hadley Bell Miller voices Lucy, doing a brilliant effort making her character sound effectively obnoxious and bossy. It's the Lucy we all know and hate.
And so, as our hero observed, he was destined to face the infamous Red Bear in another day. A dog that flies? This is the dumbest thing I've ever read.
Marielle Sheets is adorable as Sally, sounding energetic and sweet in the role.
Yee-haw!
What are you doing?
I'm going to be a rodeo star in the big talent show. Wow, when I win that first prize ribbon, there'll be no one who hasn't heard the name Sally Brown and her trusty horse, Broomstick.
I'm going to give 5 points to the voice acting. I adore the music for this movie. It does an excellent job fitting along with whatever is on screen. It creatively and ambitiously comes up with music pieces that ideally fit the scenes while retaining a consistent, upbeat thematic style. I especially love how the music captures Charlie Brown's optimism and bravery. There's an inspiring energy shining through the music that equally matches the wonderful lengths Charlie is going to impress a girl he likes. Also, while I'm not fond of the Red Baron scene's place in the movie, I do think that the music composed for them is fantastic. It's got all the grandiose majesty of a blockbuster war movie, which certainly helps Snoopy look effectively heroic. I'm going to give 5 points to the music. To conclude, the Peanuts movie could have ended up being tasteless nostalgia exploitation, but instead we got a funny, cute, smart and charming slice of life movie about first love. I think that Charles M. Schulz would have been very proud of this movie. Thank you, Blue Sky, for surprising me. This has to be your best film since Ice Age, maybe even better. The Peanuts movie has gained 24 points, which translates to 4 3/4 Beagle strawberries out of 5. If you enjoyed such films as Whisper of the Heart and Winnie the Pooh, then I think you might like this film. I've been Jamboriki and I hope you enjoyed my review. Feel free to support me on Patreon. So what am I going to review in the next episode of Jamboriki Reviews? Well, that's going to be a Halloween surprise. Will it be a trick or a treat? You'll have to find out next time. Cheerio, folks.